All right, so to get this started, the flow for today is definitely going to be a hip opener. We're taking this toward Bird of Paradise. So that basically means a lot of opening through the inner thighs, getting into the hips, getting into the hamstrings quite a bit as well. It's basically a bound, vertical, standing split. So let me go through the demonstrations very quickly here. The first will be Bird of Paradise itself, and there's two versions you can take. Now, if binding your leg and standing with your arms wrapped around one thigh is too much, if your hips are tight, if you're having trouble balancing, take this modified version here, which is basically going to be from a wide-legged forward fold. Now, rather than worrying about wrapping your legs, what I want you to see about doing here is just reaching out wide. So I'm going to lift my left leg and keep my left arm in contact with the left shin, right arm reaching high. And if you're new to this pose or it's just too difficult to hold on to, just work this as best you can, work your balance as best you can, and then see about opening up your hips. So you're going to stay folded here, and then we're just going to walk this back and forward. So I'm going to step my left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward. And then to balance this, my right foot's my base. So I'm going to step the base foot into center, bend deep into the base knee, lift the heel of the leg that's going to come up, and look forward. Treat this like you're lifting a heavy box. And then as you're ready, slowly, with an inhale, bring your torso upright. Bring that leg up with you, and just keep your arm in contact with your leg. You can slide out further to the side, that's fine. The standing leg, you can always bend the knee, keep in mind. That should make this a little bit easier. But bring your spine up to vertical. Bring your torso upright and keep your shoulders pulled back. Just keep pressing your arm into that lifted leg. And then after we've held this for a few breaths, take it down slow. Come into your forward fold with control. Try to set your foot down, and then we'll move to the Vinyasa from there. Now, that's the modified version, and it's much easier to hold on to, keep in mind. But if you're ready to take it up toward the full bind with balancing, then this is how you're going to do that. So you're going to have that wide-legged forward fold. Hips high, knees bent, feet a little bit wider than your hips. I'm still going to lift my left leg, which means my left arm's going to go around my left thigh, palm behind. My right hand comes around. Be sure you've got a full grip with the bind. You're not just barely holding on with a couple pairs of fingertips. Now from here, keep the thigh pulled in, keep your head low, and again, walk it. I'm going to step my left foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward. Now to balance, the right foot's my base again. Step the base foot in the center, put all the way to that foot, bend deep into the knee, lift the heel of the leg that's coming up, and keep that bind, keep the leg pulled in close. With an inhale, slowly bring your torso upright, and bring that bound leg up with you. Keep it squeezing in toward your side. Now again, you can bend into the standing knee, work to get your torso toward vertical as much as you can. And if you're going to take it further, the very last step is to extend the lifted leg. And you don't even have to take it to that point. Just work this as best you can and keep the hip open. When you come down, again, try to move with control, bring it down lightly, and then release to your forward fold. And then from here, we'll take it to the Vinyasa, keep in mind. And that is going to be at the end of the sequence. That's where everything's going to lead toward. You're going to have the hips plenty open by the time we get to that point, or basically as open as you're going to get today. And then from here, I have one other demonstration. At the beginning of the flow, we're going to start this in down dog. And you're going to hop this back and forth. I want you to take this into a three-legged dog. So your lifted leg, you reach it up high and straighten it out. So my left leg's lifted. I'm reaching through the left big toe. Tense up your thigh, lock your knee to keep the leg straight. Lower your hips so that you feel the lift in the glutes on that side. And then before you do anything else, look forward toward your hands. Keep the base foot where it is. Bend the knee and let your hips move straight up and down. The lifted leg stays straight. Now, you don't have to get too crazy with this. If you look at my right foot, my base foot, you don't have to take it up too high. You can press into the base foot, hop it forward, and then press into that foot and hop back. And my foot's only lifting a few inches up off the floor. If you want to take it toward inversion, you can certainly take this up higher. You can press into the base foot, hop forward, start to stack the hips over the shoulders, and then again, press in that foot and hop this back. Still with the lifted leg straight. We'll take that back and forth a few times and end up at the front of the mat before we take it to the sequence from there. So just work it as best you can and feel things out. And again, you can come up higher, you can keep things low, but keep your lifted leg straight, however far you decide to go. All right, so to get this started, go ahead, bring yourself to a seat. I'm going to take this into Baddha Konasana here to begin. So that's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And to set this up, start with your hands up off the floor to see that you can actually sit this upright without straining your low back too much. So you shouldn't have to lean forward, shouldn't have to lean back to hold your position. If your hips are tight at all, slide your feet away from you, make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And you want to be sure to tip your pelvis forward and stay upright just with the action of your core. Now tense up through the belly around the low ribs. And then bring your hands down to your side just to keep yourself upright. Relax your shoulders down. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Draw your chin in just a little bit. Feel the back of your neck lengthen out. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can, fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat to slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach up high. And then with the exhale this time, lean to the right side, right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm, right gaze up high. Now stay leaning like this, and with your left hand, go ahead, press to the inside of your left knee just to keep that knee in place. And make this active. Use the muscles in the outer right hip to pull the right knee down toward the floor. Just keep looking up and keep breathing. With your next inhale, come back to center, both arms high. And with the exhale, lean left hand down, stretch your right arm, left gaze high. Here, pull the right shoulder back. And as you're leaning, bring the right hand to the inside of the right knee just to keep that knee in place. With the muscles in the outside of the left hip, pull the left knee down toward the floor. Just breathe here. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. And then reach forward, take hold of your big toes. Now keep the legs in Baddha Konasana. You can always pull the heels in closer. We're going to take this back and forth. Keep this grip with the knees out wide and just move through your spine in cow and cat breathing. So with an inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. And then with the exhale, round your spine completely and empty out. Inhale, pull your belly forward, pull the chest forward, look up. Exhale, round and empty. And just keep on breathing and moving like this. Work the motion to the length of your spine both directions. Keep your feet pressed together. Keep the knees out wide. And then one more deep inhale for cow. One more complete exhale for cat. And then just come back to center with a neutral spine. Release your grip. And then hands behind you, we'll take this into a twist. So go ahead, lean back, bring the right heel to the outside of the left hip. Left foot steps outside the right thigh. We're taking this into Lord of the Fishes. Now you can also do this with the right leg extended straight and the left leg crossed. But bring both sit bones down and then set the left hand down behind you. Inhale the right arm up high. And with the exhale, move to the twist. Right elbow past your left thigh. Now sit this up tall. Crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use your right arm, press into your left leg, and just keep breathing. Keep the top of your head reaching up. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands down to the right side. Lightly open your chest up to the right. And then go turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. And let's take it the other way. So left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh. Sit this up tall, get both sit bones down. You can always extend the left leg if you need to. And then go ahead, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm high this time. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down past your right thigh. Now again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over the right shoulder. Use your left arm, press into the right leg. Keep extending up as you're twisting and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Both hands to the left. Open your chest lightly to the left side for just a moment. And then turn back to center. Lean back, untangle the legs, and bring your legs into a Janu Shasana setup. So that's going to be right leg extended, left knee bent, sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. And we're going to take this as a side bend here to begin. So turn, open your chest toward the left knee, and bring the right elbow down inside the right leg. Bend the right knee as much as you need to make that possible. Now you can bring the forearm down to the floor and bring the hand all the way down. Keep your elbow down. If you're able, you can take hold of the right big toe, but the elbow stays on the floor. Now just stay open to the side, left shoulder high, reach your left arm out wide. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sweep across, reach past your head toward the right big toe. Inhale, reach your left arm out wide. Exhale, sweep across, look up. Inhale the left arm wide one more time. Exhale, sweep across, look up and hold. Now stretch your left arm long. If you want to straighten that right leg further, feel free, but keep the right elbow on the floor. To go deeper, press your right arm into your right leg, pull your left shoulder back, gaze up high, and just hold here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release and bring yourself back upright. Now, once you come up, keep the legs as they are, and we're going to open this to the other side. So I want you to set your left hand down outside your left hip. Reach the right arm in line with your right leg. Right leg straight, dig into the heel. Now, kick your left foot down to the floor. We're going to lift up and sweep to the left from here. So press into the left hand. With an inhale, sweep the left arm right. Lift your hips. Bring the right big toe to the floor. And then come all the way back down. Inhale, sweep across and lift. And then with the exhale, come back down again. Inhale, sweep the right arm left, lift up and hold here. Now, bring the inside edge of the right foot to the floor. That big toe should be down. Squeeze your glutes, press the hips up and forward. Reach to the right arm and let your head fall back. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back down. Once you're down, just go ahead, lean back and switch to the side. Left leg extends, right knee bent. Sole the right foot to the inner left thigh. And we'll take the side bend here to begin as well. So turn, open your chest toward the right knee. And then bring the left elbow down inside your left leg. Bend the left knee as much as you need to make that happen. You can bring the left hand to the floor or take hold of the left big toe, but the elbow stays on the floor. And then reach your right arm wide and let's open up from here. So take an inhale. With the exhale, sweep the right arm left past your head, reaching for your left big toe. Inhale, reach your right arm out wide. Exhale, sweep across and look up. Inhale the right arm wide one more time. Exhale, sweep across, gaze high, hold here. Pull the right shoulder back, keep looking toward the ceiling. If you want to extend the left leg, be sure the elbow stays down. But press your left arm into your left leg, draw the right shoulder back, try to open your chest toward the ceiling as you're leaning to the side. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release, bring yourself back up again. And this time, let's open to the other side. So go ahead, turn toward the right knee still. Right hand sets down outside your hip. Reach the left arm in line with your left leg. Now dig into the left heel, keep the left leg straight. Right foot kicks into the floor. With an inhale, sweep the right arm left. Lift your hips up, let your head fall back. And then with the exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep the left arm right, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep the left arm right, lift your hips and hold here. Now keep the inside edge of your left foot down, left big toe to the floor. Keep kicking the right foot down as well. Keep your glutes squeezing. Keep reaching to the left arm. Let your head fall back. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come all the way back down. Once you're down, just go ahead, lean back, cross with the ankles, roll forward your hands and find all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side. Just feel things out. And then just bring yourself into center, and let's take this into the wrist right away. Now keep your hips stacked over your knees, and bring your knees together. Now bring the hands in a little bit close to your knees, and then flip them over. Backs of the hands down, the palms face up, and the fingertips point toward the midline of the mat. And you can bring the hands as close as you need to. But set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, press your fingertips into the floor. Straighten the arms as best you can. They don't have to be perfectly straight. But keep that tension in the hands with the fingertips pressing down here to start. Now try to hold that position without moving anything else. Just curl your fingertips in toward your palms as much as you can, and then spread your fingers wide, fingertips down. And just go back and forth, closing and opening up your hands. And as the fingers move and curl in like this, you should feel a pretty strong stretch going through the backs of the hands, up through the wrists and into the forearms. But just work it as best you can. Keep going back and forth. You probably won't be able to close your hands entirely here. And that's fine. Just take it to where you feel a stretch. Now, the next time you curl the fingers in, keep them curled in like that. Hold the tension in your hands. If you can go further, without altering the position of your hands, put the weight to the left knee. Right leg extends to the left, back and across, touch the big toe down to the floor, and then go back and forth, right knee to right elbow. Extend your leg back and across, knee to right elbow, and then extend the leg back and across, knee to right elbow, extend back and across one more time, and then set your right knee down next to the left and take this on the other side. Extend your left leg over to the right, big toe down. Left knee to left elbow, extend the leg back and across, knee to left elbow again, and then back and across. Knee to left elbow one more time, back and across one more time, and then set the left knee down next to the right, and come up onto the fingertips, and then walk your hands forward, come to your regular all fours, wrists into the shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Now keep your palms facing down, and for this stretch, fingers out to the sides and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, grip the floor with the fingertips, press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Now as you hold this, you can just circle the shoulders, wrists, and this is good enough. Keep gripping the floor. And then if you can take it further still, then let's just go back and forth. Come into center with the arms still straight. You're still gripping with the fingers. But step the right foot forward outside the right hand, and then set the knee down. Left foot outside the left hand, and bring the knee back to the floor. Right foot outside the right hand again. Set the knee down. Left foot outside your left hand, and then come back to center. Right foot outside the right hand. Set the knee back down. Left foot outside your left hand, and set the knee. Now, before you move on, we are going to continue, and you can do this with the knees on the floor like this, but if you want to make it harder, then keep gripping with your fingers, but tuck the toes and hover your knees. And either way, let's go back and forth. Right foot outside the right hand again, and then step back. Left foot outside your left hand, and then step back. Right foot outside the right hand again. Step this back. Left foot outside your left hand, and then step back. Right foot outside the right hand one more time. Step it back. Left foot outside your left hand one more time. And then step back, bring your knees in, and come up onto the fingertips, down to sitting on your heels, and take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once you're ready, come back to center in all fours. And then we are going to take this into a forearm plank. So bring both forearms down to the floor. And then step your feet back, bring your body into line. Now you can have the palms down or palms together, just see if the elbows stay shoulder width. Dig into your toes and keep your core braced. Now we're just going to take this straight forward and back. So as you're ready, bring your head as far forward as you can. Press it back for one. And then bring this forward and press back for two. Come straight forward. Press back for three. Forward again. Keep your body in line. Press back for four. Bring it forward again. And then press back for five. And then bring it forward and press back for six. Press in your hands. Bring it forward. Press back for seven. Press and bring it forward. Press back for eight. Bring it forward again. And then press back for nine. Bring it forward. Press back for 10. And then set your knees down for a moment. Move around. Now come into a lopsided setup from here. Keep your right forearm down, but come up onto the left hand. Now, left elbow over your left wrist, slide that left hand back, keep the elbow pulled in. And you can stay here with your knees down if you like, but if you want to make it harder, you can step your feet back and bring this into a lopsided forearm plank. Now hold here in whatever position you take, lift the left foot up off the floor. Back and forth, left knee to left shoulder, squeeze in. Extend the leg back. Knee to left shoulder again. And extend the leg back. Knee to left shoulder one more time. Now keep that knee forward, press the leg into your left arm. And then see about extending that left leg to the side if you want to take it further. We're moving toward some of what you're going to feel in Bird of Paradise. And then release this. Bring both knees down and come up onto both hands. Move around for a moment. We're going to take all that to the other side. So when you're ready, come back into that forearm plank. Bring both forearms down. Again, you can have the palms together or have your forearms parallel. Just keep the elbows at shoulder width. Step your feet back, bring your body into line, and see that your feet are about hips width distance apart. Push your hands down and keep the weight moving toward your hands, not just the elbows. Now from here, just go ahead and bring this straight forward for one, and then press it back. Forward for two. Press it back again. Forward for three. Press it back. Forward for four. And then press back. Now forward for five. Press this back again. Forward for six. And then press back. Forward for seven. Press it back again. Forward for eight. And then press back. Now forward for 9. Press it back again. Forward for 10. And then press back. Go ahead, set your knees down for a moment. Take a couple breaths. And then let's move into that lopsided setup. Now keep your left forearm down, but come up onto the right hand. Slide the right hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Now go ahead, step your feet back, bring your butt. Well, actually, you can keep the knees down if you like, or if you want to go further, step your feet back and bring things into line. And that's optional, keep in mind. But either way, lift the right foot up off the floor. Now bring it forward, right knee to right shoulder, squeeze in. Extend your right leg back. Knee to right shoulder again. And then extend the leg back. Knee to right shoulder one more time. Now press that right leg into the right arm with your chest facing the floor. Maybe stay here, but if you want to go further, maybe extend the right leg. It's a hip opener either way. And then go ahead and release this. Bring both knees down. Come back to all fours. And once you're in all fours, just give yourself a moment here. Breathe, move around. Now you can just stay here and breathe, maybe take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, find your downward facing dog. And just move into position when you're ready. Now take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. Now as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. And keep that long upward reach through the hips, pulling through the belly, round the low ribs, lengthen out your spine, keep your core tense. And as you're reaching the hips high, if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, just let it go. You can always bend your knees. And if you like, you can just stay loose and pedal this out from side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in your knees to begin, but restack your spine. So slowly round this upper standing, bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips look forward to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Resync the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control, all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body, pressing your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And work to lift up a little bit higher still. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll this back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Lift with your arms, but lift up with the shoulders. Keep the neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips high to down dog. Paddle out here, let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the left leg high behind you. And then open to a scorpion dog right away. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right. Let your hip open up and let your body twist. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. And then keep that left leg straight, hold that three-legged dog. Now keep reaching through the left big toe, tense up the thigh, lock the knee. Lower the left hip so you feel this lift in the glutes. Now look forward toward your hands. Keep the right foot where it is, but bend your knee and let your hips move straight up and down. We're going to go back and forth, high or low. When you're ready, press into that right foot, hop this forward. And then press into your right foot, hop this back. Press into the right foot, hop forward again. Press into the right foot, hop it back. Press into the right foot, hop forward one more time and stay forward. Set the left foot down between your hands. That's your base foot. Lift the right foot and pull the knee to your chest. Now curl in tight. Both knees are bent. Look toward the back of the mat. Reach the top of the head toward the floor and point the right big toe toward the ceiling. We're going to go back and forth from this crouch to vertical. So with an inhale, extend that right leg as high as you can and then curl back in. Right leg high. Curl back in. Right leg high again. Curl back in. Right leg high. Curl back in. One more time, right leg high. Curl in one more time. Now lean to the right hand, and then with your left hand, take hold of the right foot. Now keep your head down low, kick into that left hand, and pull your left shoulder down. Work to point the right knee toward the ceiling and get as vertical as you can. Might not be that vertical, but work this as best you can and find that stretch. Keep looking toward the back of the mat, top of the head, reaching down, keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Right foot down, both hands down. And then the right foot's going to be a base. Now lift the left foot and draw that knee into your chest. Take hold of your left knee and let's come all the way up to standing. Now let's move slow. Dig into the right big toe. Ooh, find your balance here. And give yourself a moment. Slow your breathing down. Now once you're stable, hands to your hips. With that left knee lifted, bring the left arm down, reaching toward the floor inside the left leg. Just a little bit of tension between the arm and leg. And with the big toe pointing down, without moving anything else, dip your left big toe to the floor. Pull the knee up high outside your arm. Left big toe to the floor. And then bring the knee up high. Big toe down to the floor one more time. Lift the knee, keep it lifted. Now you can hold the left knee with your left hand good enough. Maybe reach for the left big toe. Use that grip to pull the knee up higher. And if you want to take it further, see about extending that left leg forward. Now just keep your gaze forward. Keep yourself vertical. Keep breathing. Still balancing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just keep yourself standing. Left knee lifted, hands to your low back. Now interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back and keep your chest open. And then just take a short step to a pyramid stance. Left foot back, one pace behind the right. So this is going to be about 3 feet front to back, but still hips width distance side to side. So take a moment to adjust. Both feet flat. Left foot points to side at least a little bit. Both legs straight. Right hip back, left hip forward. Now keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And we'll take it back and forth to a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest, hinge forward toward halfway. Keep your gaze forward. Inhale, come all the way upright. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, come forward halfway one more time and hold. Now keep your gaze forward. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Keep your chest open, shoulders pull back. And just breathe here. Now, if you need to, bend the right knee, but touch your belly to the right thigh one way or the other, and keep your hips squared like this. Slowly release your hands, and bring them to the floor behind the right foot, fingertips pointing toward the back of the mat. Now keep looking forward, keep your chest open best you can, belly still touching the right thigh. If you want to go even further, focus more weight on the right leg, maybe lift your left heel and bend the left knee, and maybe lift that left foot completely up off the floor, but look for that stretch on the back of the right thigh and breathe into it. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your left foot down, bend the right knee, come into low lunge. And just give yourself a moment to set this up. Now make sure your feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side, left heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale, just bring yourself all the way to upright. Now deep into the right knee, left leg towards straight, left hip forward, right hip back, keep your spine tall. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. With the exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward, open up your chest to the right and hold. Now keep your chest open to the side, look back toward the right hand, arms reaching wide, keep them in line. Now hold your balance here and go as best you can, lowering that left knee. Now dip your left knee down low just above the floor. Come back up and keep your twist. Sink your left knee down, just go slow. Lift back up. Left knee down just above the floor. Bring this up again. Now this time bring the left knee all the way down. You're still twisted. And just flatten the left foot behind you. Hips are stacked over the left knee. Now bring that left elbow past the right thigh. Keep your twist, but hands to heart center. And look back over the right shoulder. Now just stay low like this. Kick your left foot down. Keep the right foot pressing to the floor. If you want to go deeper, you can bend the right knee, but keep pulling that left hip down and forward. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly release the twist. Hands to hips. Bring your torso upright. Everything stacks to vertical from the left knee up. And then while you hold this position, take yourself into a half split. So to lift the toes of the right foot, stay on the heel. Slide that heel forward. Dig the right heel to the floor. Rotate the big toe towards center. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and keep your hips squared. Now hands to your hips. When you're ready from here, just hinge from the hips. Belly touches your right thigh, even if you've got to bend the right knee. And stay forward like this. Now this is a lot to balance. If you need to, you can bring your hands to the floor. Keep them lifted if you can. And if you're able to take it further, reach your right arm back, reach your left arm forward, belly still touching your right thigh. Woo! And then just switch the arms. Right arm reaches forward, left arm back. Switch with your left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. One more time, left arm forward and hold. Belly touching the right thigh, right hand to the right hip. Now the left hand can come down inside the right leg, outside the right leg, or take hold of the outside edge of the right foot. But bring your torso down low. See about sinking that left shoulder down and lifting the right shoulder high. So move to twist within this half split. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, keep breathing. You can always bring your hands to the floor. Keep in mind, there's a lot of balance going on with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands to the floor, either side of the right leg. Now pull the right foot back, bend the right knee, set that foot flat. Left foot steps next to the right, forward fold. Now we'll take bird of paradise here. So see the feet are wide, about hips width distance apart, a little wider maybe. Keep your knees bent, keep your hips high and your head low. Now we're going to lift the right leg. If you want the full bind, right arm reaches around the right leg, palm behind, left hand comes around for that grip. And if you want the modified version, right arm touches the right shin, reaching from the front, left arm high. Now keep your fold and let's go ahead and walk this. Step your right foot back, right foot forward, left foot forward. Now to balance this, step your left foot to center, that's your base foot. Deep bend of the left knee, lift the right heel and look forward. Go slow with an inhale, bring your torso upright and lift that right knee up with you. Now bring your spine to vertical. You can always bend into that standing knee. Right knee stays to the side. If you got the bind, keep the thigh pulled in close. You can extend the leg, but it's the last step. If you're reaching wide, just keep pressing the right arm into the right leg. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, slowly bring everything back down. So set that right foot down lightly and release to your fold. When you're ready to take an inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, take it through your vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, take a moment here and breathe. Let's take all that to the other side. With your next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And then bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, scorpion dog. Just feel the twist. Now with your next inhale, straighten the right leg, come into your three-legged dog. So reach for the right big toe, keep that leg straight, tense up the thigh, lock the knee, lower the hip so you feel the lift in the glutes. Now look forward toward your hands, left foot stays where it is, but bend your left knee, feel your hips move straight up and down. Now again, let's hop it, take it high or low. Press into your left foot, hop this forward. Press into your left foot and hop back. Press into the left foot, hop this forward again. Press into your left foot, hop this back. Press into your left foot, hop forward one more time and stay forward. Now set the right foot down between your hands. That's your base. Left knee to your chest, curl in low. And keep both knees bent. Now look toward the back of the mat. Crown of the head reaches toward the floor. Left big toe points up toward the ceiling. Back and forth with an inhale, extend that left leg straight up. And then curl back in. Left leg high, curl in again. Left leg high, curl back in. Left leg high, curl down low again. Left leg high and curl in one more time. Now lean onto your left hand. With your right hand, reach for your left foot. Once you have that grip kick in your hand, pull the right shoulder down, point the left knee toward the ceiling. Crown of the head toward the floor, still looking toward the back of the mat. You're trying to get as vertical as you can. Just find that stretch. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, release both hands down, left foot to the floor, and the left foot's your base now. Lift the right foot and draw that knee toward your chest. Now take hold of the right knee and slowly round all the way up to standing. Now take a moment, slow your breathing down, dig into the left big toe. When you're ready, left hand to your hip, right arm inside the right leg, and just keep the tension here. Now your right knee's lifted, just point the big toes toward the floor, and then go back and forth. Dip your right big toe down. Lift the knee up high outside the arm, big toe to the floor, and then lift the knee up high. Big toe down. Bring the knee up one more time, stay here. Now you can hold the right knee with the right hand, just keep it lifted. If you want to go further, right hand to the right big toe, maybe pull the knee higher, and maybe extend the leg forward. Now still balancing here, hands to hips, right knee still lifted. And bring your hands to your low back. So interlace the fingers, find the interlace that feels strange, opposite what you just had. Pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back. Bend your left knee, slowly step the right foot back one pace behind the left. And just take that short pyramid stance. So again, about 3 feet front to back, but still hips width distance side to side. Take a moment to adjust. Both feet are flat, right foot points aside a little bit. Right hip forward, left hip back, both legs straight. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. And then with the exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. With the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway one more time and hold. Shoulders pulled back, gaze forward, press your low back forward. Now bend your left knee if you need to, but bring the belly down to touch your left thigh. Left hip back, right hip forward, still the hips stay squared. Now release the bind, hands to the floor behind your left foot, fingertips pointing toward the back of the mat. Now again, keep your hips squared, keep the fingertips down, keep looking forward. And if you want to take a deeper stretch on the back of that left thigh, then shift your weight forward. See about bending the right knee, lifting the right heel. Maybe lift the right foot entirely, but keep pressing down into that left foot and keep that left hip pulling back. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, step the right foot back, both hands down, come into low lunge. And make sure your feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side, right heel lifted behind. Now once you're ready, hands to your hips with an inhale, just bring yourself all the way to upright. And take a moment to adjust here. Deep bend left knee, right leg toward straight, right hip forward, left hip back. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, move into that vertical twist. Left arm back, right arm forward, open up your chest to the side. Now keep your arms reaching wide, look back toward your left hand, keep your twist. And go slow here, dip your right knee low just above the floor. And then come back up. Again, sink down into the right knee, take it slow. And then come back up again. Right knee low just above the floor. Come back up. One more time, sink the right knee all the way down this time. And flatten the right foot behind you. Now hold on to your twist. Bring the right elbow down outside your left thigh. Hands together at heart center. And then look back over your left shoulder. Take the twist from here. Now if you can take it further, you can bend your left knee further. Pull that right hip further down and forward, but keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly turn to center. Hands to your hips. Everything stacks to vertical from the right knee up. And the left foot still forward. Now I want to set this up for that half split. So lift the toes of your left foot. Slide your left heel forward and straighten your left leg. Dig the heel down. Rotate the big toe towards center. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And then from here, start to hinge from the hips. Now take it slow. You can always set your hands down to the floor. Keep them lifted if you can. But touch your belly to your left thigh, even if you got to bend the left knee. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and look for that stretch on the back of the left thigh. This is good enough. Now if you can take it further, look forward, reach your left arm back, right arm forward. And without moving anything else, just switch the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Switch with the right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Right arm forward one more time, hold here. Now, left hand to your left hip, you can always bring that hand to the floor. Right hand inside the left foot, outside the left foot, or maybe taking hold of the outside edge of the foot. And then bring the torso further down. Try to sink the right shoulder toward the floor, and left shoulder high. Keep pulling that left hip back, keep that stretch on the back of the left thigh, and keep breathing into it here. And just take this to where your split actually allows. If your hamstrings are tight, you're going to have to bend that knee. Keep in mind, nothing wrong with that. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down around your left leg. Now bend your left knee, pull the left foot back behind your hands, bring the right foot forward next to the left, find that forward fold. And take it as a wide-legged forward fold, so feet wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out, knees bent, hips high, head low. And then from here, if you're going to take the full bind, reach the left arm between your legs, wrap around the left thigh, palm behind, right hand comes around for that grip. Otherwise, reach this wide, left arm in contact with the left shin, right arm high. Now keep the fold and walk it. Step your left foot back, and then left foot forward, and right foot forward. Now to balance it, step the right foot to center, that's your base foot. Deep bend to the right knee, lift your left heel and look forward. Go slow with an inhale, bring your torso up all the way, and bring that left knee up with you. Now stand this up tall, dig down to that right big toe. If you're reaching wide, just keep your left arm in contact with your leg. If you got the bind, keep the thigh pulled in close. If you extend the left leg, it's the very last step, and it's not necessary if it's too much, keep in mind. All right, let's take it down slow. Release your foot to the floor lightly and come into your forward fold. From that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, take it through another vinyasa. Once you find it down dog, paddle out here and breathe. All right, let's take this into half pigeon. So with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. And then just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch in the outer right hip toward the glutes. Now, you can just stay upright like this, good enough. You can go further toward a back bend. If you want to melt down, you can take it to the elbows. You can come down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now. But still, keep your left hip pulling forward. Both hips are squared. Keep the right foot pressing down. And just breathe into this. Now slowly from wherever you are, bring yourself up onto your hands. We're going to take another pose. When you're ready, pull your belly and back the hips up over your left knee. Slide the right foot out to the left. We're going to take Gomukhasana. So pull the left knee in tight behind the right. Feet go wide as your legs are squeezing together. And as your legs are squeezing, come down to sitting between your heels. Now give yourself a moment. Bring both sit bones down. And then once you're ready, let's take the bind from below. So right arm crosses your low back, palm face away. With your left hand, reach back. You can find the wrist, maybe reach to the elbow, anything in between. But draw the right shoulder back, open up your chest, and sit this up tall. This is good enough here. Now, if you want the full bind, right hand up between the shoulder blades, left arm from above. And again, find that grip in between. Now, shoulders pull back. Keep your spine upright. And as you open up your chest, keep your feet pressing down into the floor and keep your legs squeezing. Just breathe with this. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release whatever arm bind you have. Set your hands down behind you, lean back, untangle your legs. And then it's cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, step back to down dog. And from here, we'll take it to the other side. So with an inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind you, left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, out of left hip or toward the glutes this time. Now again, keep your hips squared. You can stay upright like this. You can move further toward the back bend to go deeper. Or you can melt forward and down. Just take it to where you need to and breathe into this. All right, again from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then go ahead, pull your belly in, stack the hips over your right knee this time. Left foot slides out to the right. Let's take Gomukhasana with the legs first. So pull the right knee in behind the left, squeeze your legs together tight, feet wide. And as your legs are squeezing, come down to a seat between your heels. Now give yourself a moment to feel this out. Sit this up tall. And then take the bind from below. Left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away. With your right hand, reach back. You can find the wrist, the elbow, anything in between, but pull that left shoulder back, sit this up tall, and keep your chest open. Now, if you want to take the full bind, left hand up between the shoulder blades, right arm from above. And again, to see about finding that grip somewhere between. Shoulders pull back, keep your spine upright, and then keep your feet pressed into the floor and the legs still squeezing. Keep breathing here. Now take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just release your arm bind again. Hands down behind you. Lean back, untangle the legs. And then come all the way down onto your back this time. Now pull your knees in your chest. Squeeze everything in tight. And let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above your knees. Pull down on both sides. And draw the knees down toward the floor. Outside your ribs, press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Now keep the tension working up and try to flatten your spine. Decide as you hold this. If you want to take it further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. And then just start to move again bit by bit here, fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw things back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.